So, as you can see, I'm at one of the most insane warehouses in the entire country, in my opinion, Garage Collective. We're gonna be meeting up with the owner and he's gonna show us around the place. It's funny, I actually used to work here up until a couple months ago, until I started my own stuff, but the owner's coming, Grayson. We're gonna walk around this place and give you guys a tour, because in a lot of my videos, you guys are asking, what is this place? Like, what the heck is that? You're about to find out. Stay tuned. So we are with the owner, Grayson Barber. Like, what is this space right here? What do we got?
Yeah, well, this is Garage Collective. This is actually our retail spot. We found this super cool building and had this cool kind of retail store, and so we thought perfect for Cars and Coffee. So we do Cars and Coffee every month, and we have some place to drop some merch, and we also have some of our members that have their own brands, and they're welcome to, we collaborate with them. And
we'll get to what this is, but we're gonna go upstairs really fast. I'll show you guys up there. There's like a bunch of cool stuff, but all right, so this is the upstairs.
Kind of the idea was like a dream car garage that you could all share. I always worked remotely, and I thought it'd be cool to have a place that was more automotive influenced. I always ended up working in my garage, and so we created this space to be kind of like a co-working space, or host your own private event.
Yeah, and we've got like the conference room here. We've got like a bunch of space for like people to sit and work here, and it's kind of cool because you have this like ridiculous view of all the cars, like you'll see in all the B-roll here. But
so if you're ever wondering where Griff's editing his videos,
it is right here.
Right here.
It is.
Now, it can be a little distracting, I'll say.
It depends on the day. Some people, sometimes we got car washing going on and stuff like that, and we're moving in loud cars, but it's if you're a car guy, that's kind of what you're looking for.
Yeah, so definitely breaks up the day.
And then we've also got this like big bar here, which is really cool. We have another one downstairs as well, but sometimes like Garage Loft will host events up here for like members, and this is like a whole rentable thing and all that. So you'll see.
We do a monthly happy hour, and it's usually talking about like our next big event, where like when we did a track day with Chuck Waller, like Griff and a bunch of the members came out, and we kind of talked through the do's and the don'ts and really prepped everybody for the track. And I think it honestly helped. We had nobody spin out and crash. I mean, so we had
one got hurt,
really safe. All the cars actually made it home. And so I think what was good was just to have that talk, so you weren't like shocked by your first track day.
Now we're gonna talk about this main space here, which is where you guys see me most of the time with the car over here and all that. Why don't you give a little rundown on what this space is?
So this is, the whole building on this side is our clubhouse space, and so down here we have more like kind of lounge space, a great place like a bar. You can bring some food over and eat. You can bring some beers with your buddies and come hang out. We usually have either a movie on or something car related on the TV.
And they're full motion racing sims, so they'll have front, back, left, right. They have wind, which is insane. That's just like right in your face. So
I think what like the main purpose of these was to really help you practice your line on the track. I mean, with Assetto Corsa, you can pretty much download any California track, and then pretty much most cars are on there, or you can download them. So you really get that experience. And I think it's super helped. I mean,
it really did.
Griff and one of the other members, Jeffrey, has both Focus STs, and both those guys are absolutely ripping it, like super confident on the track, because it's actually harder to drive on these things.
It is harder.
When you get on the track, it's easier to drive, but it's harder to drive fast.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of like this, but you guys knew the line so well.
Yeah.
I was like teaching everyone who knew the line better than me, actually, because I never get time to jump on these really. Originally, I thought, the whole business plan was like, it'd be so cool to have some vintage cars for rent. Some members get. So I kind of picked all the cars that I liked, and apparently all the cars I like break down. So we're definitely still learning there, and we're probably going to make some adjustments. A lot of these cars, some of them are pretty reliable, like the little Datsun 510, but it's such a headache. Griff knows, because he was helping me with them, and it's such a pain in the butt owning a lot of cars. It sounds cool, but it's not cool. I'm telling you guys.
Especially if they're all getting driven, it's really, really tough.
It's hard to keep up with it, and so all the other cars pretty much blew a head gasket. I don't know why.
Within like a couple thousand miles.
Honestly, it wasn't even the members' fault. It was just like coincidence. So
no,
we're learning, but what we have noticed is that a lot of members, and just like they get stuck with too many cars, and they really need help selling them. So we're working on that, and we're going to be listing members' cars on Bring a Trailer, Cars and Bids, and so.
So next we've got, which is really cool, the storage space, and There's some cars that are covered up that we can't show you, which is kind of cool, but it sucks for you because you can't see it. But there's some really cool stuff in this space. So this is where all the storage is at, and it looks actually looks pretty open right now, but I know for a fact that it's not. It's pretty full.
Yeah, we're getting pretty full. Like, I mean, right now members are bringing their cars out for the holidays and they want to do their drives and stuff. But I mean, we've only been open 6 months, so I mean, we only have about 5 or 6 spots really left.
Yeah,
comfortably.
It's a good problem to have, but I don't think we've realized how fast it would.
It filled up really quick. I think that's part of, we started raising prices because just can't really keep up. But this was never really the main part of the business plan. Actually, we were just going to focus on that side.
Yeah.
And then this space came up and we're like, hey, let's do it. Let's see if we can fill it up with some cars. And, clearly we did. But
yeah.
One of the really exciting parts was this photo booth.
This is super clutch.
Yeah, it's been kind of a nice revenue source for us where we can help, again, members list their cars or other people, or even like big brands like Ford came out with their new Mach-E and they used
Didn't they come with the Lightning too, I think, right?
Yeah, they came with the Lightning.
So sick.
There's nowhere in San Diego with a big white back photo drone,
No, and it extends like ridiculously far.
Yeah.
Like we originally was like half this size, remember?
Yeah.
And then we were trying to take photos and we were like, oh my gosh, we need another 10 feet. That's also cool because, I mean, members, if it's open, depending on the hours of the day, can come back, like you said, and shoot. And it's really cool because most people won't have the opportunity to come back onto like a full white backdrop. And like, we have lighting equipment and all that that's totally open to be used. And it's sick for them because I mean, when I used to like do little tours, like people would be like, dude, can I bring my car back here? Like, if I can't, I'm signing up. And I was like, yes, you can. Yeah. And then this spot, which is kind of, I don't know how we want to describe this spot because we don't.
Ideally, it kind of most typically is used for the photo booth area. So like, if you're on Bring a Trailer and you want to get undercarriage shots and you don't want to be crawling under your car, you want some nice lighting, you're really showing off the underbody. This is what it's kind of designed for. And then members can also use it to rent it to do some light duty maintenance. We're not, doing engine swaps or anything here, but if they want to swap some wheels and take some pictures of them swapping wheels.
Yeah, no turbo swaps here, no engine swaps, nothing like that. Just basic maintenance, but it does come in handy because it's good to have. It's rare to have like a 2-post. So can we talk a little bit about how you wanted to start it and why you started it and all that?
Yeah, originally I thought of this idea probably 10 years ago when I was just thinking it'd be cool to have like a warehouse where multiple people could use and to store their cars and be ready for the track day. And so I just kind of played around with that idea, and I saw some other companies opening up car storages, and then I had different businesses, and so I was kind of running through the business model and doing different projections. I was like, man, car storage itself, like unless you get like crazy deep money, like some of the other places with 9 high stackers, like the money's not there really. Price per square foot, like you need 4 cars high to even make money, and those lifts are crazy expensive. So I just kind of went with like, well, is there, so I started a Cars and Coffee in the beginning of 2021 in Point Loma.
Shout out Point Loma Cars and Coffee.
And I just asked members around, or asked people that came regularly, and there was 80% of them said, well, I don't need car storage, but I'd love a place like that to hang out and do stuff and connect and blah, blah, blah. And so that's kind of where the idea snowballed. And so we kind of copied some big brands on like the East Coast, or, we just kind of combined like the car club with the storage. And so far it's done, pretty well. Like we're still.
Yeah, for 6 months in, I mean, I think we're
close to break even. And so I think the plan is to continue to grow and get this in a good space and hire a few more people. And,
totally.
And see where it goes.
I just wanted to give you guys a quick tour of this space and show you what it is because of all the questions. And for those of you that are in San Diego and haven't been here yet, I definitely recommend you check it out. There's going to be, their Instagram is going to be linked in the bio. Their website's going to be linked. Set up a tour. The tour is completely free. Walk you around, play on the Sims, and you'll kind of get a feel for the space, why you can actually be here and why it works for you. So, but this is the owner, Grayson, so if you see him walk around, make sure you go give him a high five or something like that. Tell him what's up. But that's going to be it for today, boys. I'll catch you on the next one.
See you
Peace.
guys.